Hey there. So back in 2011 I came up with a song and I called it the happiest ukulele song in the world. Since then I've done a tutorial for it, and I thought that I'd go back and kind of revisit that song and tutorial and go a little further in depth here with chord charts and a little better explanation of the strumming pattern for you, so that if you want to play it at home you can do so now with a little better guidance. So I'm going to start off by just playing the song for you, and this is an original composition, and this is my opinion that it's the happiest ukulele song in the world. It's not been written in stone, but maybe it is the happiest ukulele song in the world. So I'm going to play it for you here in real time, and then I'm going to go through and explain the chords and the strumming pattern and put it all together and do a play along so that we can play it together at the end of the video. So let's take a look at the chords that we use for the happiest ukulele song in the world. So the first chord that we're going to use is the C major chord. So that's going to be the ring finger here on the A string on the 3rd fret. The C sixth chord, the easiest chord on the ukulele, no fingers. So you're just going to play this open. The A7 chord, my index finger on the C string on the 1st fret. And go ahead and follow along and play these chords. Make sure you're tuned up and they're all sounding the same. The D minor chord, my middle finger on the G string 2nd fret, my ring finger on the C string 2nd fret, and my index finger on the E string on the 1st fret. The G7 chord, which is middle finger here on the C string on the 2nd fret, the index finger on the 1st fret on the E string, and my ring finger on the A string on the 2nd fret. And that sounds like this. And then there's a little part here where I move my ring finger off of the G7 chord. It sounds like that. So those are the chords for the happiest ukulele song in the world. So let's break down the strumming pattern here a little further in depth and how it applies over each of the chords. So there's some movement that's happening here with my left hand as I strum, so I want to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. So on the C chord, I start off with a down, down. I move to the C6 chord, and I do up, down, and then I put the C chord back down, and I do an up strum. So it's down, down, up, down, up, C, C, C6, C. So try that with me. Down, down, up, down, up. Let's move to what happens on the A7 chord. So when I move over to A7, I'm going to do up, 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 down, up. So up, 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 down, up. Now I'm strumming with my fingers and my thumb here. So I'm using my thumb actually to do the up strum. So let's put those two chords together, going from the C to the A7. Now moving on to the D minor chord. So we're going to use the D minor chord, and we're going to pull off the ring finger at one point and play the F briefly here too. So when we're on the D minor chord, we're going to go down, down, and then we're going to remove the ring finger, so we're playing an F chord, up, down on the F, and then we put the ring finger back down to play D minor, and we play the up strum. So let's do that together. So it's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So down, down on D, up, down on F, and up on D minor. So let's try that together. Now moving on to the G7 chord here. So it's going to be very similar to what we do on the A7 chord. Is we're going to do, holding our G7 chord, up, up, and then we're going to remove the ring finger. So this is a G7 suspended chord. So it's up, up on the G7, then up again on the G suspended, and then up on the G7. So up, 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 G7, up, up, G suspended, up, with the ring finger removed, and then up again. So occasionally you'll hear me doing a little triplet as I go back into the chord progression. So I just loop these chords around, but sometimes you'll hear me do this triplet thingy here, which is a down, down, up with fingers, thumb, thumb. So not totally necessary for the song, but if you want to try it, feel free. So let me play through that progression again slowly here, and take each one of these chords and work on them individually for the strumming pattern, and then we'll apply that to the whole song when we put it all together. But don't try to bite off more than you can chew at first. Just kind of try to play through each one of these parts slowly to work on the strumming pattern. So I'm going to play through this slow with you. Grab your uke, and let's try this together at about 60% of the actual song tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to play it a little closer to full speed. Thanks for watching another killer ukulele lesson, guys. It's been a lot of fun showing you the happiest ukulele song in the world. Make sure, if you have any questions or comments, to leave them below. Subscribe to the channel, and jump over to allforuke.com for a more in-depth analysis of this song, where I have PDF, charts, tablature, and more information. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you guys again soon.